Hi everyone, it's Brittany, and today I am just going to be sharing the update with my client who I spoke about in that video on waiting. So as I mentioned in that video, I said that he wanted to share an update with what happened in his experience and like what the outcome was. So I'm going to be reading that email from him, and thank you so much for writing up this email. But I also want to mention to you all that throughout his email, I have seen a few things that I want to kind of talk about to you guys. So he already knows all of this. I communicated with him about it already, and he's cool with it. So that's what we're going to do. As always, I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm reading from my laptop. So he says, "Hi, Brittany. I just wanted to give you the update we talked about in the session via email. Looking back, I can see that I was stuck in a few traps without even realizing it. First, I kept trying to convince the version of me who never had the money that it was okay and that it was already mine. But every time I did that, it just made me feel worse. Because deep down, that version he was never going to be, because deep down, I knew that he was never going to be the one who experienced it. Yet I couldn't stop myself from doing it. Second, I was still glued to the 3D. I kept checking my bank account, waiting for my boss to say something, or looking for proof that things were working out. That just kept me in the role of the guy who never had enough. And third, I was totally mixing up identities. I thought I was being the one who had it, but really I was just the one who didn't have it, pretending. That's why I still needed constant reassurance and signs. Once I saw all of that and just let the worried version of me exist without trying to fix him, it was a huge relief. I didn't have to argue with him anymore or look outside for proof. And that's when money actually showed up. Okay. It didn't even come from the place that I was expecting. Shocker. I was sure it would be coming from my job, but it actually came from the IRS. They had made an error when processing my taxes and ended up sending me money back, which was more than enough for the trip. Then, a few days later, while I was already on vacation, my work check came through my direct deposit. Everything was covered without me having to chase it, and I was even able to buy my daughter some nice clothes before she went back to school. That's so sweet. I can see it really clearly now. It was never about fixing the version who didn't have it. It was just about not being him at all. Thanks again for all of your support and guidance. You truly don't know how much of an impact you've made on me, and I'm very grateful." You're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, now this is so exciting and amazing, but I wanted to point a few things out, like I said to you all. So when he says, it just made me feel worse because deep down, that version knew he was never going to be the one who experienced it, yet I couldn't stop myself from doing it. Okay, so when you guys tell me things like, I know I'm not supposed to check the 3D, but I can't stop. I know I shouldn't ask myself how long it's going to take, but I just can't stop thinking about it. Here's the thing. That is actually not the problem. That is actually proof that creation is finished. And what I mean by that is every single character has its own built-in role to play. It has its own storyline, its own past, memories, experiences, beliefs, feelings, thoughts, all of it. That one character comes fully set and ready to go to play the role that it was assigned. So when this client is saying, I couldn't stop myself from doing it, that's the truth. But the thing is, it's the character that's doing it. It's not you that's doing it. It's the character. So what do we understand? We allow the character to play the role that was assigned to him because he can't do anything but that. But we recognize who it is. Who is it that's checking the 3D? Who is it that's wondering about how long this is going to take? Well, who is it? It's the character. It's the character specifically that doesn't have it. And because that's not who I've chosen, I don't have to do anything with that, but notice that. So in the same way, in the email when he said, I thought I was being the one who had it, but really I was just being the one who didn't have it, pretending. That's why I still needed constant reassurance and signs. Here, again, I want to point this out. Just because your character is feeling like he needs constant reassurance and signs, it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means that that's who that character is, and that's what makes sense for him. So you don't have to try to start embodying the new character that has it, because that character is already set and ready to go. He's ready to be played. So really, you only need to drop the one who doesn't have it, so the one that does is already there. And let me see. Okay, I think that's it for his email, but what I'm really getting at here is this. You guys ask me questions all the time when you are no longer identifying with this current character. What are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to live every day? How do you manage the 3D? What do you say when somebody asks you if you're in a relationship or if you've gotten the new job or whatever it is? And this is so important, guys, and I really want you to hear what I'm saying. Before I even say it, let me ask you to just walk through this quick little practice with me. So, close your eyes if you're able to. If not, that's also totally fine. But I want you to notice the thoughts that are appearing. Who is making those thoughts appear? Are you actively choosing these thoughts that are appearing? Is the character making the thoughts appear? What about the sounds that are appearing? My voice. Maybe background noise where you are. Maybe you hear things outside. Who is making those sounds appear? Is there someone here choosing these sounds? And what about the sensations in the body? The breath, the heartbeat. Is there anyone here that's making those things happen or appear? No. No. These thoughts, these sounds, these bodily sensations, the breath, the heart, those things are all appearing without anyone making them appear. And where are they appearing? They're appearing within you. The screen. Awareness, where everything appears. So, my point here is that there is no one making the character do or not do anything. There is no doer behind the character. As I said, creation is finished, and the character is living and moving and existing based off of whatever identity it was assigned. So, when you ask me, how do I respond to this person? What do I say if people ask me if I'm single or not? None of that is yours to figure out. It is happening on its own automatically without you needing to figure it out or do anything about it. So truly, whatever happens in this experience is all happening within you as awareness. It's all appearing within this screen that you are. But there is no doer behind any of it. It's all just appearing. So, this is why when I say to you, let go of the identity, drop this character, drop identification, however you want to phrase it, doesn't matter. But when I say to do that, this is why there's nothing left to do from there. Because these questions of, okay, now that I've dropped the character, should I embody a new character? Should I identify as source? Should I try to get into a state? Should I try to be aware of this thing? Should I try to feel into this? All of those questions are simply appearing within you as awareness. And they're appearing to this character that is not you. So when you drop identification, what happens? Well, when you're identified, you're choosing a specific character and storyline to continue to show up over and over again on the screen. But when you drop that identity, you drop identification to this character, things can now freely move again through you as awareness. And the reason why you don't have to embody a new character to experience whatever it is that you want to experience is because the desire for the experience, for the life, for the dream that you've been wanting to have, that all was created before you even had the desire. And the desire was you choosing it. So no, you do not have to choose a specific version. You don't have to embody the new character. You have to realize that the fact that you even desire something different means it's already there and it's ready for you to experience it. The only thing that is quote unquote blocking it is this current character. And this character that's filtering out everything from your perception is masking what is already there for you to experience. So this is why that is the only shift that ever needs to take place. Nothing else needs to happen. So when the character gets all worked up and tells you, you need to do this, you need to do that, just pull back a little bit and notice. Who? Who needs to? Who's saying that? Who's concerned about this? And just notice that you are the space where this is all appearing. You're not being touched by any of it. But when you're identified, you are subject to that character's identification. So, that is it for me today, guys. I just wanted to share this client's update because I know a lot of you have been asking me for it, but also I really want you to understand that you don't need to worry about what to do, how to move, how to speak, how to think. That all happens automatically. Like I said, there's no doer making it happen. It just does. So do not be concerned with any of that. The character will be, I get it, but that's not you. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. Before I wrap this video up, I just wanted to make a quick little announcement. I'm not going to give too many details here, but I wanted to let you all know that I will be hosting my first masterclass. So in this masterclass, it will be a 90-minute group session essentially, where I am going to speak on everything that has to do with dropping this character And I'm going to do a Q&A at the end of it for about 30 minutes. So this is what I'm doing. It is going to be September 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a Saturday. So I'm doing this. The time is just what works for me right now. And we'll kind of just see how it goes. I am not going to say anything else here, but I will provide an update on the community tab with a lot more information. That way you have it there. You can see it. You can see what the offering is. And yeah, I would love to have you guys join me there. I'm really doing it because while I love doing my one-on-one sessions, and I will continue to do that, I really want to make the space for as many people as possible who want to understand this way of life and living. And it's easier for me to be able to do it with more than one person at a time. So yeah, this is really just like the best way for me to do it. So as I said, I will announce more of that in the community tab. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out. Otherwise, thank you all so much for being here with me. I love you so, so much, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day.